Good afternoon, Bay Nation. Welcome to another episode of Fantasy Bay. I'm your host, Mike Williams, and today we're going to be going over Pigskin Pickem. I will be picking each game against the spread. This is not financial advice. This is ESPN Pigskin Pickem. I've been playing Pigskin Pickem for years, and I pick each game against the spread. I feel like picking games is kind of easy. Picking games against the spread definitely adds a level of complexity. And I've been doing pretty solid these last few years. In 2020, on ESPN's Pigskin Pickem, I went 132 to 124. That's not bad. Over 50%. That's almost 93 percentile on ESPN. Last year, in 2021, with an extra game, of course, I went 141 to 130 and finished in a 93.4 percentile. I ended it on a little bit of a run. 9 games, 10 games, right? 8 games, 10 games. That's not bad. And I went 8-8 last week against the spread. That's okay, but we could probably do better. First week of the year is always a little more complicated than all the other weeks. So I'm happy we got through that with an even record. Moving on to week 2. Starting off with the Chargers versus the Chiefs. Chiefs are at home and a 3.5-point favorite. I know that the Chiefs are a heavy favorite in this one, but I'm going to go with the Chargers to lose, but not lose by 3.5. I think that they can keep it within a field goal. Next, we have the Jets versus the Browns. The Browns are 6.5-point favorites, and I'm going to give it to the Browns. I think their defense is going to terrorize Joe Flacco. It's going to be a problem. And those running backs are going to run all over the Jets. Next, this one's a little bit of a coin flip for me. Honestly, I think this game can go either way. I'm going to take the Lions at home, 2.5-point favorites. Next, we have the Bucks versus the Saints. The Saints seem to have the Bucks number, so I also think this one is a coin flip. But I'm going to go with the Bucks because I think they're the better team. But it wouldn't surprise me if the Saints won this. Panthers at Giants. Giants are 2.5-point favorites. Kind of surprising. I'll take the Giants in this one. I like how Saquon looked as well as the play calling. It's aggressive. I think they can win this one. Next up, Patriots go to the Steelers. Patriots are 1.5-point favorites. I'm taking the Patriots on this one. Yes, the Steelers won an in-division matchup every year. Everybody thinks that division matchups are going to be blowouts. They're always closer than you think, at least for the most part. This is not a division matchup. The Patriots were embarrassed last week. I think Bill Belichick comes back and terrorizes Mitch Trubisky. I got them taking the dub on this one. And it's only 24% pick, so that's kind of surprising. Next up, Colts versus Jaguars. Colts didn't really look good in their first week showing against the Texans. Jaguars gave away a lead. I'm taking the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't think they win this game, but I do think that they keep it within a field goal. Next up, Dolphins versus the Ravens. I also think this is a coin flip. I'll take the Dolphins with the points. I think the Ravens are a very good team, but running back issues, and I'm getting 3.5. I'll take the Dolphins in this one. Moving on to the afternoon games. We got the Falcons versus the Rams, 10.5-point spread. Ooh, the poor Falcons having to play the Rams after they got embarrassed on opening night against the Buffalo Bills. Woo, feel bad for them. It's about to be a butt whooping. You think Jalen Ramsey isn't trying to come out for blood after letting somebody put 100 and a couple of touchdowns on him? Give me the Rams in the points. 10.5. Seahawks versus 49ers. 49ers are an 8.5-point favorite. That's kind of surprising. Seahawks held their own against the Broncos, and I think they can keep it within a touchdown of the 49ers after the 49ers lost against the Bears. Give me the Seahawks in this one. Bengals versus the Dallas Cowboys. Losing Dak Prescott with an injury? Not looking to pick them. All I want to hear is one thing from you Cowboy fans out there. How about them Cowboys? Go Bucks. I do hope Dak Prescott gets better soon, though, to be frank. I don't wish for injuries. Plus, we was beating y'all before he got injured, so I don't want to hear none of that. I'm taking the Bengals 7.5. It's a lot of points, but I really don't see Cooper Rush doing much against the Bengals. And on top of all of that, Bengals got embarrassed last week. Losing against the Steelers? Nah, you got to take them down on this one. The Bengals are going to come out and show last year wasn't a fluke. They deserve to beat the hunted, not the hunters. You're going to put some respect on their name. Give me the Bengals at 7.5. Texans versus the Broncos. The Texans are getting 9.5 points. Give me the Texans. I think the Broncos can definitely win this game by 10, but the Texans showed out last week. Tying with the Colts is actually pretty good. And you're telling me that the Broncos, who lost to the Seattle Seahawks, are going to come out and just dominate the Texans? They could. They totally could. But I think the Texans keep it interesting, and they probably lose by a touchdown. I don't know about a touchdown and a field goal. Next up, we have the Cardinals versus the Raiders. I think the Raiders win this game, but give me the Cardinals. 5.5 points after Kyler Murray got embarrassed last week. I think they come out to play. They lose, but they lose by a field goal. Give me the Cardinals. The Sunday night game. The Green Bay Packers versus the Bears. So there's one thing I know. The Packers are winning this game. The question is, how much are they winning this game by? If Allen Lazard plays, I think they cover. If Allen Lazard does not play, I think that the Bears cover. So it's really going to come down to the personnel that the Packers have. They also have 2 injuries to their offensive line. Now, it's looking like they could play, but if those 2 players, as well as Allen Lazard, both miss, I'll probably be switching to the Bears with the points. I still don't think the Bears win. It's not a question of whether or not Aaron Rodgers loses. He's going to win either way. It's whether or not he's going to win by double digits. Because everybody knows Aaron Rodgers owns the Bears. So we're going with the Green Bay Packers for now. And we have a Monday night doubleheader. Texans versus the Bills. The Bills are favored by 9.5 points. Give me the Texans. I don't think they get beat by 9.5. Getting beat by double digits is no joke. And last but not least, we have the Minnesota Vikings versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Give me the Vikings. I think this is the Vikings' year. They're going to have an incredible season, and I don't think they lose to the Eagles. I do think this could be a close game, but I think that the Vikings can pull it out. So that's going to do it for this week's Pigskin Pick'em against the spread. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. I know this video is going to be something that you like. Also, don't forget to check out the Survivor pool that I do, as well as the rest of my videos. Good luck in your matchups this week. Peace.